Alright, throwback weekend in Darlington. At least I think it is. One of my favorite tracks. Really fun place, even though I don't do so well here. If you can tell what paint scheme I'm running, I guess comment below. If not, I'll leave a hint at some point. And my apologies for missing last week. Yes, it was a really bad Patrick Warburton impression, but we're back. Keys to the race card. Number tires. Number 1, tires. As usual, this place chews them up. Number 2, since it's a really tough track, you pretty much want to race the track itself and not really against other drivers until later in the race because it can ruin your day. And number 3, this probably has one of the trickiest pit roads, but it's actually more straightforward than you think. And we'll talk about that in our pit road breakdown. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get to pit road, and then we'll talk about the lap. Alright, making our way to pit road. We're going to go into 3 as usual. Downshift immediately. All the way down to 2nd gear as we make our way down below that yellow line, below that orange cone, and a pit road entrance at 45 miles per hour. Alright, I had to do that in 2 separate takes because that's how we recorded things. Anyways, let me speed this up to the pit cone exit. Pit speed exit, I should say. Keep it under the yellow line. Start accelerating. Be really careful because it does want to get out from under you. There's your blue cone. Pretty much a big margin of error. Anyways, let's get to the lap. Alright, as per usual, we're using the 2nd lap because the car was more drivable and in the track. And that was where it was quicker. Fixed setup, fixed weather. Track tempo 119, even though I think I said 118 earlier, or in the card at least. Decent lap time, not the greatest. About 9 out of 4. It was a little intense. You'll probably see faster in the race as time goes on. Only change I made to the fixed setup was a steering pinion to a 287 as usual. Offset was around 0, I believe. Not 100% sure. And the brake bias down to 42.8. No, it's 43.8 or something like that. So we're in that range. So we're going to play this lap, and then we'll break her down, I guess. So here we go. And there you have it for a 29.3. Again, not the greatest lap, but we'll take it. So let me back that up. Alright, so since I'm a little pinched for time again, this is coming to you late. I'm just going to go ahead and do it like with the whole iRacing tools and all that. I do have the overlay still up, but I'm not going to use like keyboard controls to hide, this bar down here. Just saves me some time. So anyways, you could see I was shifting at least coming to the line and then downshifting into 3. With that said, you want to get a nice good run out of 4. And we're going to shift right around a little bit after the start finish. At least that's the plan. So let me slow-mo it. You see where I'm turning in is pretty much at the start of the actual turn. So I would say pretty late. Just take a look how this is. You see where I'm turning in. We're aiming right for those dotted lines there in the bottom. I use a dab of brake just to make sure that it slows down. And once I get down here, I'm going to start picking the throttle up. Now, if you go too low, the car will flatten out and you might push up to the wall. You can see I'm just playing with the throttle here. We're going to reach full throttle at some point. Then we're going to have to lift back off of it. Once you get next to that Darlington SC logo, we're going to start turning back down after the Geico billboard. Again, aiming for those striped lines. Here, you just got to mess with the throttle until you feel like it sticks. And be really careful because this corner is really easy to miss. And it does get a little on edge on exit. You can see we're still in 5th gear after we made that upshift. Here we're going to do a downshift. And I'm using this little, see this little square of red once I come into this little section where the white is, that's where I'm going to get on the brakes. And I figured the top would have been the fastest way around. It's the easiest way around, but I found most of the speed right on the bottom. Or kind of a diamond, if you will. So we're going to get on the brakes. We're going to downshift almost immediately. Use enough brake to slow it down to make sure it doesn't miss the corner. I'm trying to get to the bottom here. I had to drift up just a little bit. And I touched the brakes again to correct. But once you can feel it start to turn, again, right next to that Darlington logo, we're going to start using the throttle. And you want to be full throttle as early as possible, but again, it's really difficult to do on cold tires. You can see I got really loose there, and there you go. So if you're wondering what I'm using for those overlays, it's, I forgot what it was called, but it's something for SimHub. You know, SimHub dashboard. So that's what I've been using. Anyways, not the greatest track guide again, I know, but yeah. And if you can figure out that paint scheme I'm running, go ahead and comment in. You can probably see the flag there, kind of gives it away. Anyways, Sim Racing Chewy side.